Sound now. Can you hear me? You guys hear me now? Okay. Can you guys hear me all right? Good. Yep. It's going to be fun tonight. We're going to have a good time. This is actually the pre-show. Obviously, we're not going to be we'll do the drawing during the actual show when we go live on the radio station. But yeah, we're going to be hanging out here and just trying to find some type of balance where we can just trying to find some type of balance where how can I do this drawing and at the same time make sure you guys know that I'm not, so we actually found a system that's actually got it's like a big wheel like you see at the fairgrounds and stuff, and it's got all the names on it, and it's like, it's crazy. So, and all the instances of the names too. So there's like 488 spots on this huge wheel. Here's what this wheel looks like. Oh, I don't want to kick it yet, but I'm not going to kick it up yet. But it's this huge wheel, and it's going to be a lot of fun because we're going to pull it up, and it's actually going to spin, and it's going to choose the names, and I am going to go through all this stuff. It's going to be good. It's going to be fine. We'll be good. We'll be good. I did see, and here's one of the things. Well, let me say hello to everybody. Let me get away from some of the craziness here. Susie, hello. You've been sitting in here for a little bit of a long time. Hello, Susie. Andre, hello. Obviously, Terry, what's going on? April, what's going on? Adriana, what's going on? Lenny. See who else? Mary, hello. Leanne, hello. Cammie, hello. Charlotte, hello. Tanya, hello. Leanne, hello. Susan, hello. Cassandra, hello. Everybody. Lisa, what's going on? Yeah, so I needed to find some way to kind of be able to do this drawing. And I found this system that actually not only it takes all the names and all the instances of the names and randomizes them and then puts them on this huge wheel that will spin. And you're going to be able to see that wheel. I want to put it up here, but the problem is that when I put it up, one of the issues that I was having is that I can't then hide it. Maybe I can. Let me see. I need to try it. So this is the wheel. So it's got everybody's name in it here. And we're going to spin that wheel, and it's just going to, these are all the names. Now there's only like 40 names, I think. There's only like 40 names, but with all the duplicates of the names, those are all the names around the wheel. And when I click, it spins and it chooses a name at random. And so there's that. So it ought to be a lot of fun. I've loaded it up and gave it a couple of test runs, and it's good. It's going to be fun. Ought to be nice. Lawrence, what's going on? Mindy, hello. Coca, hello. So we'll definitely say, I want to go through the list because one of the things that I was very, really happy with is that they actually approved a list for me. They showed me the list of everybody that donated during this period of time. Now, the donations still go till October 23rd, and we're going to do something between tomorrow and October 23rd. Hope to make the announcement tomorrow, but we're still trying to figure out exactly what that's all going to include. It will primarily be on Bootsy's side this next time around, but it's insane. It's a lot of stuff. And yes, Lenny, it was a lot of work for sure. Somebody who will be joining us shortly is somebody that you may or may not be aware of or may not have heard of. She is an amazing Americana / country artist named Emmy Sunshine, and she is going to be with us tonight. And she is just blowing up big time. I mean, she's already up to like 500,000 followers on Facebook, which is ridiculous. Plus, on top of that, she's been on the Today Show. She's been on Little Big Shots with Steve Harvey. She's performed at the Grand Ole Opry like multiple times. And she's also one of the singers that appears in this video and in the song, obviously, with Bootsy Collins on the song Stars. So wanted to kind of get her on the show and just kind of spend a little bit of time with her. She probably will be joining us during the pre-show just to kind of hang out with you guys a little bit, just so everybody can say hello. So please, everybody, I know you guys like to do the funk and the soul and the R&B and all that stuff. That's kind of what our focus is. But I really want you to kind of pay attention, because this girl is going to be someone very, very big, and she's going to explode, and you're going to be able to get on the ground level and wait till you hear this girl sing. It's insane. Very, to me, seems very, very similar to like she sounds to me like very much like Dolly Parton as far as her voice, but she's only 16 years old. And when she started this, when she was blowing up, right when she started blowing up, she was like 9. So now she's 16, and it's just you got to check it out. You got to hear her, and she's going to be pretty awesome. And when she gets here, everybody feel free to ask some questions, because what we're going to do is she's going to join us here on the pre-show probably in about 10 minutes or so. She'll probably join us and hang out with us. And then at 8 o'clock, what I want to do is we're going to talk about what we're going to do tonight on the show, as far as the drawing and as far as talking with Emmy. And see, now I've got to do all this stuff now where all these people are blowing up my phone. Let me see here just a second. Okay. And so Emmy Sunshine will join us tonight, and we'll do a little bit of an interview. We're going to hang out with her for a little bit. And then Patty is going to join us after the interview with Emmy Sunshine. And then, we'll obviously be talking about some of the things that some of her work with Bootsy Collins on this Stars track. And then we're going to do the drawing. I'm not going to wait all the way until the end of the show. I know you guys got work to do and whatever. So we're not going to wait all the way to the end of the show to do the drawing. And Emmy Sunshine may hang out with us to do the drawing, but Emmy and Patty and myself, and we'll be doing this, the drawing here. And here's Jaden. Now, I didn't tell you this, Jaden, but there's actually going to be a girl on the show tonight. Jaden here, my daughter, she is a huge, huge fan of Dolly Parton. Like, she loves Dolly Parton, like, beyond. And I didn't tell you this, but Emmy Sunshine is going to be with us today. And I'm not sure if you know who she is, but she sounds so much like her, and you're really going to like her. And she's going to be on the show tonight, and she's probably going to sing a little bit too. So awesome. So so we are going to be hanging out with Emmy Sunshine. We'll be doing a little bit of an interview with her and hanging out, and then she's going to come on for a little bit of the pre-show, and everything's going to be lots of fun. And she's already pretty much hanging out as well. So we will be definitely bringing her on. We're going to let her hang out and do her thing. And it's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be fun. And you're going to need to see, you don't even have any way to listen because I got to put the headphones on, huh?
I don't have it.
Well, you might have to go and listen on your phone on someplace else. It's going to be pretty awesome. But yeah, so Emmy's going to be joining us here shortly. She's, getting ready and everything. And we're going to be talking with her and having a good time hanging out. And then we're going to go live. We're going to be going live in about 20 minutes at 8 o'clock. And then I'm going to go full blown into the interview with Emmy Sunshine. And then, it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are in for a pretty eventful night. We're going to have a good time. And that's that. So Kemi says, hey. Kemi says hello. Yeah, we're still doing well on the still doing well with the slime. It's been pretty amazing, actually. The slime has been pretty incredible. And for those of you who don't know about the slime, it is slimeforadults.com, or you can go to 2georgiagirls.com. That's TWO georgiagirls.com. And she is selling this incredible slime that is specifically made for adults. Kids obviously love to play with it, but it's it's a little bit more for therapy more than anything else. Cami will tell you it's a pretty amazing. Yes. Andre, yes, thank you. Said, please don't forget to press the switch at 8. I won't. So I did that. I did that one time. And Andre won't let me forget about it. I think, well, actually I've done it I've done the one time I did it at 8 and we let the whole entire song play through and then something that like into the first song of the album chat that we were going to do. And then one time we were talking offline and then something just went haywire. It was just, it was fun. But there it is. Let me put my headset on. We're going to hang out. We're going to do a little bit of cool, chilling, hanging out with Emmy Sunshine here. Emmy is sitting in the wings. She's waiting. So I'm going to go ahead and bring her on so she can hang out with you guys during this pre-show. And hopefully Emmy Sunshine can hear me right now. We're doing a pre-show right now. We're going to be going live at 8 o'clock. But these are a bunch of fans that are hanging out. She said she can hear me. So let me put on the headphones. And you guys, if you feel free to ask any questions that you want to, you're getting a little bit of a well, I just was going to say it again, a little bit of a pre-show because we'll go into the actual full-blown interview at 8 o'clock so that everybody around the world can hear. But you guys are diehards. You're in here and Emmy Sunshine's here. So why not? We'll bring her on and let's see if we can get her on and see how she's doing. Emmy Sunshine, how are you, dear?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Let me, you got a little bit more audio on your side?
Yeah, let me try. Does that bring it up a little bit?
Not really. Maybe it might be me. Let me see. Are you guys able to hear her okay? I'm going to ask the people in the chat room because if it's just me, I can probably turn up my headphones and probably make things better. I'm waiting for people in the chat room to kind of give me another test.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check.
Yeah, no, your volume is way down on our side.
Check 1 2 1 2.
It's getting a little bit better.
A little bit better. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, a little bit better. We're about halfway there.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2.
Yeah, it's still really low, and I wish there was a way I could pick you up on this side, but we're sharing a channel, so I'll either blow out or you will.
Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2.
That's a little bit better. Are you using one of the blue mics?
No.
That's not one of the blue mics.
Yeah.
Still need a little bit more volume on you because especially
check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2.
It's getting a little bit better.
A little bit better. You don't have any more. Yeah.
All right, we'll just have to get close. We'll make sure that we're okay. might be a loose cord or something too.
Oh yeah, we're at headroom. Yeah. On this end, yeah.
So how are you doing over there?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You're out of are you out of Tennessee right now?
I am. I'm from a little town called Madisonville in East Tennessee.
Oh, good. We're actually the family is going to go up there. I think we're going up to Sevierville, up towards that area. Anyways, I'm sure you've visited that place a couple times.
Probably, yeah. We probably passed through there a couple of times.
You can't avoid it. You can't avoid Sevierville when you're up in Tennessee. Dolly pretty much owns that corner of the state, I think.
Oh, Sevierville. Okay. Yeah,
it's pronounced Sevierville?
Yeah. But everybody here just calls it Sevierville.
Sevierville.
Really, you have to add in the accent.
All right. So what we do here is we're kind of hanging out. We're doing a little bit of a pre-show. This is kind of where the diehards come in and they hang out, but we actually go live at 8 o'clock. So we kind of flip the switch and it kind of goes worldwide at 8 o'clock, audio wise all over the world. But here we kind of have, there's a lot of people that kind of join video between 7:30 and 8, and they're used to this whole process of check, 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 1, 2, how's it going? Hey, what's going on? Hi, hi. So they're used to all that. So, man, I am so excited to get an opportunity to speak with you and have some time to really kind of find out more about you, because I tell you, I'm intrigued when um, artists, especially as young as you started out, how they, what the process is, and how it kind of affects your daily life. And I don't want you to go too much into it, but when we start to talk about it, I really
Yeah,
kind of want
yeah.
to know how it kind of interrupts your normal everyday pattern. As you can see, my daughter is sitting behind me here. She likes to come in every now and then, but I couldn't imagine. I mean, her life is already frazzled and crazy as it is right now. So I can't even imagine what it's like for you as a performer to kind of add that into the mix as well.
Well, I mean, it's actually kind of odd right now considering quarantine and everything that's happening because I've made a living out of singing and playing shows my entire life. I started working and singing when I was around maybe, I don't know, maybe 9. It became more of a job, and it really just kind of just brought me a career that I didn't expect at the time. So, yeah, I think it's really kind of messed with my life a little bit because, this is something I'm so used to, and I've been working for so long that having this time off, it's kind of odd to have that, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's got to be really a little bit unusual for somebody that's your age to kind of to even have a career, even think about the possibility of a career and what that even looks like. I can't even fathom what that looks like, because I mean, she's not thinking about a career, even though she ended up with one. She came up with a business of slime, which seems like everybody in the world is doing, but she decided to do it with a little bit of an adult slant, so that she actually makes therapeutic slime for adults, so that it has, hemp seed oil and different types of things to help, with arthritis and different things that's in it, so they can actually play with it. And it also has therapeutic things in it as well. And
That's
it's
nice.
yeah, and it's done actually really well for her. And she set up we set up a website for her at twogeorgiagirls.com, and it's been working out really, really well. But obviously, it's not taking off quite as much as your career is. And man, I can't wait to. I'm really looking forward to flipping the switch here at 8 o'clock to talk more about to talk to everybody, and just kind of introduce everybody to you.
Absolutely.
But So how has the transition been, since you first started? What do you think has been like one of the most, this is not some of the primary questions I'm going to ask you at 8, so that's the reason why I'm asking you now. But when you started, when you start at 9, I guess, is when you really kind of broke out. I mean, I know that you were doing it before, but I guess there was like a period of time where something happened. What was the fulcrum? Where did you realize we're onto something here? Was it the Today Show? Was it Little Big Shots? What was it that gave you the signal that it's happening?
Well, I mean, I realized it was a career way before any of that stuff happened because I wanted to write music and become a songwriter and a multi instrumentalist and stuff ever since I was very very small. So it just sort of has been something that I pictured as a career for me my entire life. So I think like the moment it really kind of became something I really wanted and I knew that I would enjoy as a job. I mean, I decided that's what I wanted to do at 5. I mean, I had a clear picture of what my future would be like, and if it didn't turn out exactly how I thought it would be, that's fine too. And that's sort of just my mentality over the past few years and how I've thought about my career. So, yeah.
So you never at any point in time had anything else in your mind. This is what I'm going to do for a living. You never did that. Pretty much you settled right out of the gate as being a musician. And was there anything ever in there like, I want to be a doctor or want to be anything else besides this?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, I think at one point when I was younger, I wanted to study in psychology, and that's something I still want to do, really. But the thing about, really starting out in music and finding things you love within music and writing and singing, it's just you also have interests, outside of that as well. So I wanted to study in psychology when I was younger because I found that to be fascinating and something that I really thought I could have a career in if I didn't want to do this. But also, I think at one point, I don't know. I think that was like the only two things I had to pick through, and I was like, oh yeah, a musician is way better.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would tell you that, out of the normal 9 to 5 type of 40-hour work week, this is definitely being a musician ranks up there with the more desirable of the jobs for sure. I got some people that are saying hello. Fred Tommy Tyner the third says, "Hey, hi Emmy," and let's see who else. And Angela says, "I know it's rude, but how old is she?" I think, didn't you just turn 16 recently, or?
Oh, I'm 16 now.
16 now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it still amazes me that you have done so well up to this point, and it's just, I mean, we kind of see a lot of.
You're breaking up a little bit, so I don't really know what to do.
Okay, am I breaking up video wise or audio wise?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, am I breaking up video wise or audio wise?
I think it's audio wise.
Audio. Let's see. Maybe an internet connection thing on this end. I'm kind of hardwired in, so I don't think maybe it's a Wi-Fi thing.
I'm looking in my Wi-Fi. It seems to be connected.
I'm not on Wi-Fi.
Well.
I'm hardwired. So, but yeah, Angela, to answer your question, she just turned 16, or she's 16. Let's see if we can try it. We'll try to hold it together. Obviously, we want to work through anything technical issues that we're having before we go live at 8. So if we continue to have issues, this is the place to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I see some of your video kind of going back and forth, so it may be a wireless connection on your end. Let's see. What is Lenny says, love her name and the spelling, and I'll probably ask you this after 8 o'clock, but where did the name Emmy Sunshine come from?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's my real name is Emily, but my parents had some unique spelling for that as well, like not really used as much anymore. They used Emilie, and yeah, it's usually just, I can't find my name on any keychain no matter what, so.
Yeah, and my daughters don't have like a really super unusual names. It's Jolie, like Angelina Jolie, and Jaden, Jadyn. But for whatever reason, they can't find those keychains either. So.
I'm sorry, what?
So let's see here. You still doing okay? Am I breaking up still, audio wise?
Yeah, audio wise, yeah. We're probably gonna change. What was it? We're going to change the network real quick that we're
okay
on.
That's perfectly fine. I will go ahead and take over right now. I'll cut you off and then just call back once you switch over to the network, and I'll pull you right back on. All right, we'll see you in just a minute. All right, so you guys got a little bit of a taste of Emmy Sunshine, and then once she works all that stuff out, we'll bring her back on. And see, this is why we do the pre-shows. We kind of have a good time just spending time hanging out with folks, and also kind of getting all these technical issues out before we go live at 8 o'clock. That's super important to obviously handle some of these issues before 8 o'clock. Yeah, Angela says, my oldest son's name is Rhiannon. She always hated gift shops when we traveled. Yeah, it's not, that's what it is. Yeah, and that's the kind of difference, Maria, is I'm actually hardwired to the actual network. So because I think there was some broadcast. I was going to say, you said oldest son, Rhiannon, and then you said she always hated going to gift shops. So I was like, that is an unusual name for a boy, for sure. Absolutely.
Tell me when you did the thing.
Okay, I will. And we're still live, so. So anyways, we are, yes. So I'm going to remove her from right now so that I'm just going to take her off just for now so that she can get her connection and come back. And then hopefully she'll be able to have a stronger connection. But yes, lots of fun. We're gonna Emmy will be back on. Emily will be back on. I keep saying we got 4 minutes here. I got to turn this music back on a little bit. And I know some of you guys actually watched. Emily will be back on. Emmy Sunshine will be back on, and we'll actually do an interview with her starting at right at 8:00. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to actually ask her a whole bunch of questions, but that is why I like to kind of get people on the pre-show and kind of get them in the mood and just make sure we got all these technical issues so that when we kind of go live, we don't have any of those issues and we can make sure that we're all taken care of. Let's see how much time we got before we go live. We got about 4 minutes or so before we go live. So it's going to be great. We're going to have a good time. Again, tonight we are going to be having, I meant to say, I used to do this show using wireless. And then one night what ended up happening is that things started breaking apart. Like video was freezing or the video stopped and people were saying, oh, video froze, but everything was still happening and recording over on this side. So I was able to kind of make it work on, I was able to actually make it work on this side, but it was just, one of those scenarios where I said, I can't do wireless anymore. So we got 3 minutes and 45 seconds before we start. I know, as I mentioned, tonight we will be interviewing Emmy Sunshine. She's going to be joining us. She's reworking on her internet connection. Then she will come back. And then once she comes back, we're going to talk with her about a little bit of everything. And I think she just restarted. So she is back on, which is actually perfect timing. So hopefully she'll be able to, she's going to join us for an interview. And then after we do the interview, then we're going to do the drawing and it's going to be lots of awesomeness and got lots of things. Hey, Emmy, welcome back. You got a better connection?
Yeah, we figured it out.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And let's say hello to everybody. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? Greg, Lawrence, Susie, Andre, Cami, Lucky, Maria, Terry. Oh my gosh, there's so many folks here. And Emmy Sunshine is in the house. We go live here in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So I hope you're ready to answer some interview questions. Basically, what I was kind of telling them what we're going to do is I'll start out and kind of tell them a little bit what's going on tonight. And then we're going to do an interview with you and talk with you. And from what I understand, you're also probably going to play a little bit for us, which is incredible. We can't wait for that. And also talk a little bit about the Stars song that you did with Bootsy Collins. And then after that, we're going to do a drawing. And I'm not sure if you knew anything about this drawing, but we've been having the donations come in for Bootsy Collins MusiCares Challenge. And we kind of gave entries into this drawing for this insane prize package that has got so many prizes in it. It's just ridiculous. And we're going to do the drawing. And you can hang out for that if you want. I think Patty's going to be joining us at that point. But I can't wait to ask you all these questions. And Maria says, yay, can't wait for you to play. Yes, none of us can. It's going to be amazing. I also got to ask you about, and I'll ask you when we get online, but I also got to ask you about like nerves in situations like this. I've always been in scenarios where, I remember one time a friend of mine she was a singer too. And we were at some Italian restaurant in Atlanta and they said, hey, why don't you sing? And she just got up and just started singing at the table. And I was like, who does that? I know that there are people that do that, but I could never get myself to that point where I can just say, okay, I'll sing.
Well, for me at least, I haven't really had much trouble with stage fright because I've been doing it my entire life. And it's
right.
Just something that I find very natural for me. For some people it isn't, and that's okay too. It's a learning process for everybody in different situations and different things that you go through. But for me, I've never had a problem that much with stage fright. Just specifically because I've had so much confidence in it because my family's given it to me.
Yeah, and for me, it's not even stage fright. It's unplanned, intimate situations. So like in a situation where you're sitting at a table at dinner and somebody says, hey, sing something. And you go, okay.
Yeah,
and you stand up.
And weird, to be honest.
Yeah, those are the moments I'm talking about where it's just like, yeah, normally somebody says, hey, come up and sing. I don't have any problems doing that, but it's just fun. That weird awkwardness.
Yeah, it's the acapella, like, oh, sing something for us right now. Like somebody saying, oh, well, she can sing. Oh, then sing something for me. Like that's so weird. Don't do that
Yeah,
to
it's so
people.
bizarre. It's just people. Some people can do it. All right, we're about to go live. Here we go. Hello, hello, one and all. Hope everybody's doing fine. It's water. We got a big night tonight. I know everybody's excited. And we'll go ahead and just start pulling down the music because, man, we got so much planned for this evening. It is so great to have you aboard. I'm Mr. Christopher. Welcome to Funkatopia Live and the Funkatopia radio show. We always have a lot of things planned every single Tuesday night, and tonight is no different. We're just all over the map. We got so many cool things that are happening tonight. I know so many people are very, very much interested in the fact that we're doing the drawing tonight for the Bootsy Collins MusiCares Challenge giveaway. I know so many of you have donated, and man, Funkatopians came out in droves and really made it happen. It was fantastic what you guys did. And for every $5 that you donated, you got an entry into this prize package drawing, and we are doing that prize package drawing tonight. Tonight, right where you sit, we're doing it tonight. So don't even think about it. Now. Just to be clear, what's happening is that we're the donation part of it does not end until October 23rd. We got something really big planned for October 23rd, and we got something special for people who donate between now and October 23rd. So it's not the end of the donations, but as far as the prize package part of it, we're doing that tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, another thing that I want to tell you that we're going to be doing tonight, which is I'm really excited about it as well, is I love having new talent on the show. And if you want to make sure that you come online and that you join us and check out a very, very, very talented girl by the name of Emmy Sunshine. She is unbelievable. And she does, it's country, but it's also Americana, but she's also got her own unique style and flair that she does. And she's just so fantastic. And I mean, it was an honor to actually be able to have her come on board and join us. And if you want to join us on video, you can join us on Facebook, facebook.com/Funkatopia, Funkatopia. And she is actually with us on video right now. And we are going to be spending a little bit of time just interviewing her and talking with her. And she's also going to be playing us some music. And I'm like so super psyched. And so everybody give a warm round of applause and welcome to the one and only Emmy Sunshine. How are you?
I am doing good. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. I mean, it is such an honor to have you on here. You started so young, and I've got like a little bit of a laundry list of questions. And for those of you who are just joining us, we are just going to go ahead and just go right into this interview with Emmy Sunshine because she's such a great talent. And I want to make sure that we kind of give her the time that she needs to kind of answer all these questions that we got for her. So you started really, really young. And I know we were talking a little bit about in the pre-show how, you kind of had a little bit of a vision to maybe do something else other than music, but then music kind of grabbed hold and went. And can you kind of re-go over for all the audience now that's listening, what was that process that kind of crossed you over and said, music is where I'm going to be. This is where I'm going to be for the rest of my life. What was that fulcrum? What was that tipping point?
Well, I asked a lot of odd questions when I was little. I really did. I asked a lot of weird questions and things that my parents kind of had a hard time answering in general. It was something that they struggled with, I think, sometimes. But I would ask stuff like, what's our purpose here in the world, and what are we supposed to be doing? Like, what is this whole thing about? And I remember asking my dad when we were at the CVS, I think, or like Walgreens. It was Walgreens. And we were in the Walgreens parking lot in the car, and we just got fast food or something. And we were sitting there, and I was like, Dad, why are we here? And my dad said, well, we're here to get something. Your mom wanted something from CVS. Walgreens. She wanted something from Walgreens, and I was like, okay. But my question was like, why are we here? What's the reasoning behind all this? Like, why are we here as people? What's our purpose in life? Like, and that was like my main question. My dad was like, um, he had to think about it for a second, and he was like, well, it's whatever you make of it. I mean, like it's to make other people happy and make yourself happy and have a long-lasting, beautiful life that can impact others and yourself and in a positive way. And that's something that I was very, very curious about. But I was like, well, what about careers? Like, what are we supposed to be doing? Like, what's meant for us to do? And he was like, well, you'll figure that out one day. And I was very, very determined to figure out like what I wanted to do as a person. And eventually I just stumbled onto, something I'm good at, writing music and singing. And I was like, I can make a career out of this. And I did.
Well, so who is the artist in your family? Because normally some of the stuff just doesn't come out of the blue. Normally it's a father that used to play guitar or a mother that used to sing or whatever. So who was it or was it nobody? Is there somebody specific that kind
My
of pushed
whole
you along
family
and
is involved in music.
your whole family?
My entire family. My mom is a songwriter. She was way before I was born. My dad is a singer and he plays bass and he's a recording engineer. And my great grandmother was a singer, and so was my grandmother, and then my uncle, and like everybody in my family sang. And it was just something that was a prominent part of like just who we are, and it was something that we did all the time. My brother plays mandolin and he sings a little bit too. So I mean, like it's very much a family thing.
So, and I know that we talked a little bit earlier, you had mentioned that, you're actually doing fairly well, a little bit of a living off of it. So is your whole family involved in that, or do most of them have normal jobs, or is this pretty much you guys are all in on the music side of things?
We're all in pretty much.
That's great.
Yeah, but we've just all started working together, and I write music with my mom, and it's something we do for a living, and it's really really fun to get to work with her and work with my father as well, and it's cool to kind of just really have them be a part of something I'm so passionate about and them caring so much because I'm very thankful to have family members who are supportive of me in every way. I mean, it's beautiful.
Well, I find it interesting because you're 16 now, but in 2017,
Hmm.
Rolling Stone named you 10, it put you on this list of 10 new country artists you need to know in 2017. So you would have been 13 when
Hmm.
you landed on this list. First off, first off, you're more than just country. So maybe if you could explain a little bit about your style and how you what you kind of how you define your style, but also what are you thinking when as a 13-year-old seeing your name in Rolling Stone? I mean, what is the process? Are you like buying all the copies you possibly can find? Let's start there.
I actually didn't buy any copies. My parents did. And
Well, same thing, right?
yeah, but basically, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, but they were like, this is incredible, and I was like, yeah, it really is. But I don't really know if I want to. I can. I don't really know what to think at this point in time. But at one point, I was like, I like that I was named. I like that I was on that list, and it's an honor to be a part of that. But I feel like I am more than that, to be honest. When it comes to my music and how I define it, I don't. I mean, good music is good music, and if it has a message that somebody can relate to, or if it has something that people just listen to as comfort in general, that is beautiful. I mean, like that's really awesome to have songs like that. But for me, I just don't really try to define it that much because I feel like that puts me in a place where I'm put in a box where I'm not able to progress and move forward, and that's something I never want to put myself into.
Yeah, no, because you've been, you're so, well versed in all this. I mean, I mean, you've already been, a lot of people don't know this, but you've been on the Today Show. You've been on Steve Harvey's show, The Little Big Shots.
Mm-hmm.
You've played at the Grand Ole Opry like multiple times.
A
How
few
did you
times
even
actually, yeah.
yeah, how did you even get in there the first time? Because the Grand Ole Opry is one of those no joke places. It's kind of like the country equivalent of like the Apollo in New York for artists. It's like if you get up on that stage and you bomb, they're not very forgiving. They're not
They
the
are
friendliest
not.
crowd if you crash and burn.
Oh no, they just sit there like this. And it's the
Right.
most uncomfortable thing in the world. Even though you love it, like you love playing there, but there's still those people in the crowd that are like this the entire time, and it's the scariest thing you've ever seen. Their faces, you can just look through their faces and see nothing because they just sit there. That's all they do. Which is fine. I mean, I'm that type of person too. That's why I sit in the back so I don't make anybody uncomfortable. For me, I guess that playing the Opry is such an honor. I mean, it was really really
Mhm.
cool, and I enjoy playing there. It's really really nice, and the people there are very good to their entertainers, and that's something that I find very honorable and very sweet. So I guess that playing there the first time was because of the Today Show. It was something that kind of introduced me to them, and that was just kind of the starting point. And then later on, I put out a few albums. Things happened from there, and started working with different people, and that just kind of brought me to play there over and over again. And that's really really cool, I think.
Yeah. And how did you even get in there the first time? Because wait, it was you said it was because of the Today Show. Did they reach out to you and then what was that first performance like? I've actually been backstage at the Grand Ole Opry. I don't remember why. I think my mother was doing something to meeting planning there, and I got brought there. And one of the things was we got to sit backstage at the Grand Ole Opry. But what is it like standing on that stage for that first time?
Oh, I mean, like it was a pivotal like point in my career that really just brought a lot to me. I mean, I remember hearing about it from my grandmothers and how much they thought the Grand Ole Opry was incredible. And my grandmothers played. I think my great grandmother played on the Tennessee Barn Dance and stuff like that. And it was just like something that I really wanted my entire life because, well, it's something that was seen as a goal for me through my family and through myself. And I remember like a week before I played the Opry, I remember going into some kind of guitar shop, ukuleles, and like it was just like a music shop in general. And we were standing in there, and I found this really amazing ukulele, and it was a tipple ukulele, and I remember loving it. I thought it was beautiful, 10 strings, and it was just incredible. And the neck was just like a really really like good width, and it was really good. And I wanted this ukulele so bad, but it was so expensive. So I asked my dad. I was like, "Can we get this, please? Let me get this." And he was like, "Oh yeah, when you play the Grand Ole Opry, I'll get you that ukulele." And then like 3 weeks later, I played the Grand Ole Opry, and I was like, "Where's my ukulele?" Yeah, I mean, it just all happened so fast for me because after that video went viral when I was younger, and I played the Grand Ole Opry, and when I played the Today Show and then the Grand Ole Opry, it was just kind of one thing after the other, and that really just kind of brought me, to that point. Then.
Yeah, I see so many people in here, saying different things about where they had seen you. Mary Jane Marty Bourne said, "I remember seeing Emmy Sunshine on the sidewalk when she was about 8 or 9." So I
Yeah.
guess so. Yeah, so you at one point in time, you guys would just go out with maybe your ukulele and just play on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I would busk on Market Square in Knoxville, Tennessee, all the time. Is my favorite thing to do, and I still do it every now and then. But I would do that then because I would go and, you know, I would try every, like Christmas, I would hand out blankets and different like foods and stuff to the homeless around that area, and it was something that I was very passionate about and still am, and it's something that I wanted to help with in any way that I could, whether it's small or big, and that's something where I started pretty much, and yeah, I loved playing there just simply because of the people that I met.
Yeah, and you've obviously got a lot of fans. A lot of them are in here right now, and I see that somebody said that it's discovered you at the flea market in Sweetwater. I'm assuming that was also another place we did. And maybe this means something to you. It says, I think she is doing the interview from room 18.
Yeah, it's my writing room.
It's okay.
That's what
Tell
this
us a
room is
little bit
called.
about what room 18 is and what.
Well, this room is called Room 18. I started with this whole thing because there's a song that I wrote. It's a murder ballad that I wrote when I was very young, and it had one of the lines was about a room in a hotel, Room 18, and that just kind of became the whole thing around this. We were like, oh yeah, why don't we just call it Room 18? And we just ended up calling it that over time.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, so it's always good to get a little bit of, get your fans in here that kind of are helping us understand some of the things that, man, it's so many people
Yeah.
talking about the places they've seen you. Market Square in Knoxville said you played there a lot. Just some people said
Oh, I know
Harley's.
her. She's from my hometown.
Yeah,
It's Kelly
Kelly.
Gentry. Hey, Kelly. How are ya?
And let's see who else. She is a legend already, Jay Wilmore.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you.
So, and it's kind of cool because, I mean, we're talking about the fact that you've been writing songs since you were 5. And that is, so was it more of was there anything that was salvageable from those times when you were writing songs, or it's just most of them disposable?
To me, I don't know. I really have no idea. But I mean, there are stuff from like over the years that have really just been songs that I hope to live up to again, because there's some that I'm very, very happy with and I wouldn't change for anything. But there's some that I try to put behind me, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, writing, I think like that's for most songwriters though. There's some that they like and some that they don't, and then some that other people like that they don't really understand, which is something that I go through every now and then too. So I mean, like, it's what your fans like and trying to understand it. I mean, like,
Yeah. If someone who's written songs, there's plenty of them that I probably would be okay with
yeah,
not seeing again. Yep.
me too.
Totally understand that. So, I understand that you are actually going to play a song live for us here today.
I would love to. It'd be awesome.
That would be unfriggin' believable. That'd be great. Well, what are you going to play?
I have a brand new song if you want to hear it. I
We would
started
love to.
working
I
on
think
it.
everybody here would love.
Yeah.
So you're about to unveil a song that not even your fans have probably heard.
They, they might have heard it a few times. I think I've sung it on 1 or 2 live streams so far, and that's it. So maybe some of them have, maybe some of them haven't.
All right,
It's
ladies and
pretty new.
gentlemen, I'm going to let Emmy Sunshine actually have the mic and let her do a little bit of things so you can see what amazing talent this girl has. Go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. They were drawn in only black and white. Your world's so boring, even rainbows look like stripes. No dusk or dew, just day or night. No in between, just wrong or right. Teo and Tsura live in a world without color. Thought they wanted more. Oh, be careful what you ask for. They heard the news that there's other hues. Slip through the gateway for other views. Saw some beauty, saw some ugly truths. Panorama is introduced. Teo and Tsura live in a world without color. Thought they wanted more. Oh, be careful what you ask for. Oh, so many shades of things, gorgeous and complicated. Did you anticipate all the bad with the great? It's worse, but it's better. You're braver, though you're afraid. 7 colored stripes now. Teo and Tsura live in a world with so much color. Thought they wanted more. Oh, it's charming what you've asked for. more. Oh.
Wow, that is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is
Thank you.
unbelievable. Yes, that was incredible. Yeah, that
I'm glad you
doesn't,
like it.
yeah, see, that is something that doesn't really qualify for, you're right, it doesn't fit neatly in the country genre. What would you consider? I mean, I guess it's kind of a little bit Americana, a little bit kind of like I think you created a new genre, like alternative Americana. I think
I
that's what
like
it
that
is.
idea. I don't really know. I feel like it fits under like folk and Americana and things like that too. And singer songwriter music in general has a hard time being labeled. So for me, I think it's a little bit of everything what I do, and I change things constantly and how I play and I'm progressing constantly, which is something that I love to do. I love to learn more and more and kind of figure out where I want to be. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's its own thing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I know you can't see the chat area, but gosh, I wish that you could. I'm trying to put up so many on here. So people are saying, "Good job,
I
amazing voice."
Oh,
Leanne
thank you.
saying, "So good." Kelly, yes, Emmy called it music upside down when she was wee.
I
Kelly says,
did. I remember calling it that.
Kelly says,
Oh, thank
yes,
you,
she
Kelly. I
nails it. And
appreciate it.
yes, it got everybody. And Michael Kincaid, best singer I ever heard to me. Now, you know
I
what's
don't know about
interesting to
that, but
me?
thank you.
Yes, and Fred said, beautiful song. I had not heard it. We know Fred. Um,
Me too, yes.
yeah. And
Hey, Fred.
we do funk R&B and soul here, but sorry, Lawrence actually said it best. Team Funkatopia approved for sure.
Yay! I'm
It
so
was
glad.
amazing. That was so so good. So many. It was just incredible stuff. So you know, one of the things you have so many influences. I've actually been on your. I've kind of done a little bit of research beforehand, and you name kind of all influences as far as, but your voice sounds so 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 very much like Dolly Parton's as far as the vibrato is
Really?
concerned and as far as the delivery is concerned. The tone that you have, and especially the vibrato, fits perfectly with what she normally does. And was she somebody that you regularly would listen to? Because I've seen all kinds of people that you've named, but it's almost so perfect how you match up with her vibrato.
Oh my gosh, that's a very amazing compliment. But she's been somebody that I've looked up to my entire life. I mean, I grew up around the Smokies and that area, and it's just something that I've been influenced by my entire life, specifically for the writing and also just because of the timbre of her voice and how I was influenced so much when I was little. So I listened to a lot of Dolly then, and I listened to a lot of the Dixie Chicks when I first started singing. So that was like a big influence for me at the time. I do like June Carter as well because I remember listening to her when I was little because I was very, very socially anxious most of the time when it came to doing shows. It was more so I was fine with singing and playing, and I can get up and sing and do that so easily. But when I would have to talk, I couldn't talk for anything at the time. So listening to June Carter and her jokes and everything really helped me a lot.
Uh,
And I try to sing songs that can appeal to most people.
yeah, that's what Leslie says here. She said she has been doing June Carter jokes since Eastback. So, so is your stage show? I mean, when you actually on stage, do you actually do a lot of that banter where you kind of do a little bit of joking back and forth and just kind of cut up and tell jokes? Is
I used to when I was younger. I used it as a way of me learning how to talk to a crowd and interact with a crowd. But now I don't really do that. It's not very me, to be honest. I'm not a very humorous person most of the time. I try to be, but I'm not really. but I guess that it's mostly just about me interacting with the crowd, and my family helps with that as well because I have a family band. My brother plays mandolin for me, and my dad plays bass, and I have a drummer. His name is Bobby. He's my uncle, and it's just something that kind of brings that humor out because I don't think I could do that as well on my own, to be honest.
Yeah,
Um,
well, when you have especially when you're first starting out, and you're not even really first starting out. I mean, you've accomplished way more than a lot of musicians who have been doing this their whole lives are wanting to get to that point where they can be on a few national television shows and perform at the Grand Ole Opry multiple times. But there is, obviously a really good draw, because one of the big things with vocalists, and a lot of people don't understand this, is that there's got to be something marketable in the way that you deliver, the way that you sing, the way that you present yourself. And I've already seen multiple comments here about, I love her hair, I love her hair.
oh, how
So
sweet.
so you've got so you've got the marketing thing down, as far as how you present yourself, and the tone of your voice is very, very distinct. There's not, I mean, it does have taste of June Carter. It definitely has taste of Dolly Parton, for sure. Dolly Parton was the first thing that came to my mind when I heard it, because again, you saw my daughter was here earlier, and she is like, I don't know where it started, but she's like a Dolly Parton fanatic.
That's
And
amazing.
so she always, in for me, I mean, I liked Dolly, but my schooling on Dolly was more, 9 to 5 and Jolene and things like that. But she actually was digging really, really deep into some of her really unknown songs that I had never heard before when she was playing it in the car. And so I really got schooled on Dolly Parton and really began to get a little bit more of an appreciation of not just her voice and her tone, but also how it adds to the storytelling part of it. So and I'm getting around to a question, I swear. The storytelling part of it when you're writing, and I know you've actually done a lot of work with a lot of well-known artists in Nashville. Um, do you feel like you're getting a lot of songwriting ideas and storytelling ideas from those writers, or do you like to have a little bit more control over telling the story, or what? How do you pick the? Let's ask a question like this. How do you pick the songs? This is me. You'll get it after a while. How do you pick the songs that other people write for you? What draws you to a song and go, yeah, I like that song? And
Well, I mostly write for myself, so I don't really know really. I mean, like, but I write for myself most of the time, and the songs that I do pick that are covers and stuff that I would usually do, it's mostly just stuff that I have found that I love and artists that I love, and then I'll kind of look at those songs, be like, hey, this could be compatible with my voice. This could be kind of cool. So it's usually picked through that, but when I'm writing music, it's mostly something that I'm feeling at the moment and things that I think that are, just important in the world today and things that people need to hear and just what's on my mind as a human being. So I mean, and sometimes it can be from stories that I have kind of overheard because I eavesdrop on people sometimes. So I find stories through that. But I mean, I sometimes will come up with stuff too because I've come up with a lot of murder ballads over time, and that's something that I've had the pleasure to write my entire life, which is something that a lot of people in this specific area in East Tennessee write. So something I started out on and I still love today. So the songs that I pick for myself are just stuff that I feel that, just kind of work with me as a person, just kind of
right.
represent me.
Yeah, I find it amazing that you actually write a lot of your material. Like even that last song you just did was just so um it was just such a mature song lyrically, and even tonally. So are there songs that you're really, really drawn to that somebody else in your family has written musically that you're really, really proud of, that you've added your lyrics to? That you're, any song that was written by your family that you are really, really proud of that appears on any of your albums?
Well, usually it's stuff that we write together. So, I mean, like, it's hard to pick from, like, one or the other because my mom writes stuff on her own specifically for, our publishing company and then some stuff for me as well. But, I mean, I feel like it really is something special when it's us writing together and it's stuff that we've collaborated on. So, most of the stuff that I'm very, very proud of and I feel to be, just very adequate and beautiful and something that I want to share is usually stuff between me and my mom, because we really write amazing together. We've been writing music together since I was 5.
So, and I could, this is like the third comment I've seen come in here. You've got a lot of fans in here who say that you love to cover the Grateful Dead.
I
That
do every
seems,
now and then, yeah. It's kind of fun.
what songs do you cover by the Grateful Dead?
I think I've covered Sugary and Uncle John's Band and a bunch of different songs, really. So I mean, like I've actually worked with the Jerry Garcia Foundation and everything too, and they've been really really sweet to me. So yeah, I mean, I've had a connection there.
That's incredible. That's really cool. So what are some current artists that are on the radio that you hear? Like, does somebody like Billie Eilish even appeal to you?
Oh yeah, I think she's an amazing artist, an amazing songwriter, and her brother is as well. I mean, they work
Oh yeah.
amazing together. They're just incredible, and I found her music to be appealing and beautiful in itself, and the stuff she writes about is really awesome. I think. I feel like it's something really just beautiful, and people criticize it constantly, which I don't understand, because she is incredibly talented and a very smart person, and I hope her the best, and in the industry in general. So I mean, yeah, I think that she's great. But I don't listen to her music that often, but I still think she's amazing. But I listen to a lot of different artists, but I think like one specific artist I listen to a lot of is Jack White. I listen to a lot of Jack White. I listen
Really?
to, yeah, absolutely. I listen to a lot of different people, really, but I listen to a lot of Emmylou Harris. I love her stuff, and I listen to a mixture of artists. It's not really just like one or the other. I listen to a lot of Cher as well. I love Cher so much. I've enjoyed her music forever and her voice, but I mean, like, there's so many different artists, and Elton John, and the stuff between him and Bernie, and how they created music together, and is just incredible to me. So I mean, like, it's mostly singer songwriter based most of the time, but other singers in general really kind of inspire me and bring me to want to do better.
Yeah, well, that's always the key, is being able to obviously focus in on the music that really speaks to you, and that really kind of, is going to resonate with your listeners. Did you want to play another song before we start talking about stars and kind of moving into that?
Yeah, I would love to.
All right, you guys ready for one more song? Let's do it. I'm going to ask you about Cher and then stars, and then we'll move from there. All right, I'm going to give the mic. I'm going to turn my mic off and give it to Emmy Sunshine one more time.
Cool thing. Let's do it. Heading down to Baton Rouge to ease my worried mind. I'm heading down to Baton Rouge. Oh, maybe I'll go tonight. Oh, maybe I'll go tonight. I've been here in Knoxville town, oh, with my Danny Ray. Forgot how Louisiana feels, oh, in the month of May, oh, in the month of May. Ba-zibbity ba-ba-dee bow, ba-dee bow, ba-zibbity ba-ba-dee 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 ba-ba-ba, oh, ba-dee bow. Ba-dee bow, oh, ba-da-ba-dee ba-ba-dee ba-ba-dee bow, oh, ba-zibbity ba-ba-dee ba-dee bow. Met my sister Lizzie Jane, oh, just the other night. Oh, I made our plans to leave Knoxville town when that moon burns bright. Oh, when that moon burns bright, I sit down by that Poncha train and visit New Orleans. Rest a spell at Cafe de Mon. Big Easy, rock me to sleep. Hey, Big Easy, rock me to sleep. Ba-zibbity ba-ba-dee ba-ba-ba-ba-dee ba-ba-ba. Ba-zibbity ba-ba-dee ba-ba, zibba-ba-dee ba-ba. Oh, ba-da-ba-da. Ba-dee bow, oh, ba-da-ba-dee ba-ba-dee ba-ba-dee bow. Oh, ba-zibbity ba-ba-zee ba-ba-dee ba-ba, zibbow. A woman's made from Adam's bones. I got a mean streak 3 miles long. Oh, Danny Ray was good to me, but with the burning moon I'm gone. Well, a woman's made from Adam's bones. I got a mean streak 3 miles long. Oh, Danny Ray was good to me, but with the burning moon I'm gone. Oh, but with the burning, burning moon I'm gone. Ba-zibbity ba-ba-dee bow, ba-dee bow, ba-zibbity ba-ba-dee 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 ba-ba-ba-ba-bow. Oh, be-da-be-dow, ba-dee bow. Ba-dee ba-ba-bow. Oh, ba-zibbity ba-ba-dee ba-bow bow. Oh, ba-zibbity ba-ba-dee ba-dee bow.
Oh my God. So I just don't, it's just amazing to me that how much talent you have and just, I mean, it's just incredible. It's
Thank you.
God, unfreaking real. Some Diane said, and I accidentally put it up while you were singing. I hope I didn't distract you.
Oh, you did.
The song was featured in the documentary "The King" about Elvis, and you sang it at the Cannes Film Festival. Can you tell me a little bit about how you got involved in that documentary and everything that was going on there?
Absolutely. Yeah, The King. It's a Eugene Jarecki film, and we got to work with him. He was asking me when I was around maybe 9, I think. He was like, "Hey, I want you to be part of this film. I mean, I feel like you could be a really good representation of music that is going to come in the future from different artists who are up and coming. We really want you to be a part of it." And I was like, "Absolutely." And we did the film, and we went around in Elvis Presley's Rolls Royce for about like I feel like it was an entire day. Oh my gosh. And it was so hot. There was no air conditioning. It was really, really difficult, but we enjoyed it. It was really a lot of fun, though. We enjoyed getting to ride back there, and it was me, my dad, my brother, and my uncle all like squished in the back seat of that car. And we were playing music and just talking about different subjects. And it went really great, and then we didn't hear about it for like maybe 3 years. And then, like, out of the blue, they called us up and was like, "Hey, this film that you were in, The King, it's going to be featured at Cannes Film Festival, and we really want you to be there." And I was like, "Isn't that like in France? I mean, we don't, I don't know if we can do that." And they were like, "We would love for you to come." And I was like, "Sure, let's just do it. Let's go." And we went, and I got to be there for that whole thing, and it was really good. And for the showing of that film, and it was really, really amazing, and it still is. I'm so honored to be a part of it. But yeah, it did really well, and I think it did really well at Sundance as well. So I mean, like, it's really incredible that I got to be a part of it. It was awesome.
Well, hopefully people get an opportunity to see it. And so I want to migrate now into, one of the more upbeat songs that you had an opportunity to do was working with the iconic, legendary Bootsy Collins, which is how we actually made this connection so that you could actually be here. And for those of you who have watched the Bootsy Collins MusiCares song that he did called Stars, if you click play, one of the first individuals that begins singing on that song is the one and only Emmy Sunshine here. And how did that come about? Because, for two totally disparate styles of music, how did you actually merge that? How did you fit into that? Did you feel like it was a little bit of a struggle to get into
I
that
didn't feel
zone?
like it was a struggle, really. I felt like we just kind of left genre out of it, and we just wanted to make a song. It's that kind of thing where music can come together in any way, as long as you're not trying to force it. And that's something that was really beautiful about that. We weren't trying to force it. We just wanted to have something cool that we could put out to people, and when we did, I mean, I got to write the lyrics to that. I mean, that was awesome. I got to write the lyrics to this song and kind of bring something that I thought he was trying to say through the music and everything, and I wanted to make sure it was accurate to what Bootsy wanted. So at one point, I was writing it, and I was kind of nervous, but I mean, I got there eventually, and I started working on the vocals and everything, and I wanted to make it where it was a little bit more simplistic than what I would usually do, but I wanted to leave space for everybody else and to make sure that it was something that could be well rounded through all the voices and everybody who was going to be in it, of course. So I mean, it was a cool process, and just working with Bootsy and Patty, incredible. They're just great people.
Yeah, Patty is definitely a unique individual, but she's actually here. Let me see if I can add her into the stream and we can kind of get her into the mix. Patty, how you doing?
Hey, Patty.
Hi. Oh, Emmy Sunshine, I'm so happy to see you.
I'm
Thank you
happy to
for
see you
joining
too.
us.
Thank you
Ooh,
for having me.
It
thank
was
you,
just
Christopher. Thank you.
Oh no, it's so great because for those of you just joining us, I probably should have specified this. We are interviewing the very talented Emmy Sunshine, who you've got to hear perform a couple of times live here, which it was just incredible. She is just amazing. And she is actually performing. She performed with Bootsy Collins on the song "Stars" for the Bootsy Collins MusiCares Challenge. And Peppermint Patty is with us. Patty, Bootsy Collins' lovely wife, is with us, and she is the what would be your title? The Empress of Funk.
Well, tonight I will accept that. I love that. I'll take
That's
that.
beautiful.
A
No,
little
I'm
bit.
just plain old Princess Peppermint Patty. That's what I'm
Nice.
just
Princess Peppermint Patty. There you go. Triple P's in the house. So we are, yeah. So yeah. Did you get an opportunity to hear Emmy Sunshine perform before she worked with Bootsy, Patty?
absolutely no, I did not. It was just such a joy though once we finally were able to connect, and then we started checking her out, and she is truly, I get your name. You are a ray of sunshine
Oh, thank
to
you.
the music and to the world. And we're just so happy and humbled to be working with you and your family. I mean, your mommy. I haven't really had a chance to speak with your dad and your brother, but working with your dear mother is just incredible. And the song that you wrote regarding your mommy, I love that. Did you talk about that at all?
I
Just
did
curious.
not. I remember it being close to Mother's Day or something, and I
Mhm.
wanted to write something specifically for her, and I
Yeah,
remember writing a little song for my mom when I was very young, and I think it was called Jesus Loves Mama. I
yeah,
don't remember
yeah.
half of it, but it was such a cute little song, and I remember just wanting to write that for her, just showing her how much I appreciate her being in my life. So
So that's my first introduction. I listened to that song and I was so
really,
touched. Yes. So I keep that one in my heart. Hmm.
oh, thank you.
So again, it has been an honor hanging out with you, Emmy Sunshine. I can't even. So give us a little bit it's for people who are just totally enamored with you now. Obviously, besides all your fans that are in here right now, where can they find out more information about you? Here's a question: are you planning to do some more live shows coming up soon?
Absolutely. We actually have a little thing that we're doing right now. Starting at some point, we're going to be going through different states here in America, and we're going to be working on playing at different, just different places that we think are just absolutely beautiful, and we're going to be doing live streams at those specific places throughout the states and everything, and that's going to be a lot of fun, and it's social distancing too, and we're going to be able to bring that entertainment through just different places and letting people travel with us, pretty much.
That is so
Well, that
cool. Oh,
Yeah, that's very cool. I
I like
like the
that.
fact that we're actually able to see some live shows now because that has been that's been the worst thing. And that's one of the reasons why we did this MusiCares challenge where we were asking for donations to help support musicians and artists that simply can't pay bills right now. With this
Yeah.
pandemic, a lot of people have just been in a very challenging spot financially, just being able to kind of make ends meet. And so we pulled together all the Funkatopia fans and we said, let's kind of really come to roost. We put together some prize packages and everything for everybody to come in and kind of support the act. And it's really great to kind of see how everybody here just came in just swinging. It was so cool and so refreshing. But before we let you go, Emmy Sunshine, before we let you go, we got to know
Yes.
where we can find more information about you. Talk about the new album that's coming out and when it comes, if it's already available, and just that information.
we are working on a new album right now and other things as well. So I mean, like there's a lot of stuff in the works right now that I'm not really allowed to talk about yet. But there's gonna be some stuff soon. But to know about where you guys can find me and everything too, it's gonna be at theemisunshine.com. It's just THEEMI sunshine.com. You can find my social media, merchandise, and things like that as well. So, and future tour dates when all this stuff gets back up and kicking eventually. So yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for Emmy Sunshine. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Hey,
Yay!
Sunshine.
We'll see you later, Emmy Sunshine. You will definitely. Oh, that was just incredible, Patty. I don't know if you got to hear some of the live stuff she did. It was insane.
Yeah, she was a joy. She's a joy to know, joy to have. Yes, yes.
I'm still just shocked. It was incredible. It was just amazing. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of like to go outside of our bubble every now and then. There's just kind of find some acts. This happens every now and then where there's an artist that kind of comes out of the mix that is just kind of goes outside of our expectations. Somebody like a Chris Stapleton, somebody like that, where you're just like, wait, this is like, yes, this is maybe country, but this is on some other level, And I think that she is going to be, she's already a force to be reckoned with. So I can only imagine if she starts to get more and more comfortable in her own skin and and not that she's not, she is, she was so composed.
I know.
Real.
She's like that all the time. And she has such a great support system with her family. And we all know, how you grow up is key to how you progress in life. And she's got that foundation that's like none other. So we're just very happy and humbled to be working with her and her family and to know them. And it's really blessed Bootsy and I just to know their family and to get that piece of music that we may not be doing on a daily basis in our lives, but to be able to touch that again, it's done wonders for us.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Matter of fact, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take just a 5-minute break. And what we're going to do during this 5 minutes is we're actually going to play you the song Stars for everybody that's listening on the radio station. For those of you who are watching via video, facebook.com/Funkatopia, or you might be watching on YouTube as well, or any other variety of places. You can continue watching. We're going to kind of talk a little bit over this song on the video part of it because it's kind of boring just watching us stare at the screen. But on the radio, we're going to play the song from Bootsy Collins and Friends featuring Emmy Sunshine called Stars. We're going to go ahead and play that right now. And when we get done with this song, we're going to go ahead and break into the drawing for the Bootsy Collins MusiCares Challenge giveaway. And we're finally here. So let's play this song. And then when we come back, we'll do the drawing. So everybody get comfortable. Here you go. All right.
Like I love music, then you can't live without this music.
Yeah, so this is going to be cool.
Yeah.
And
cool.
yeah, so here's Emmy. There's Jaden decided to come in and join us, and Patty's waving to you. I don't know who Nicole is at Nicole that works with you. There was somebody at Bootsy Collins. Yes, Nicole ordered a couple things of slime from 2 Georgia girls.
I told you we were going to get that done. Yes.
It's coming.
I had to get one for Sophia, our granddaughter, and the other for Noah, who's our grandson, who loves slime. And I was so excited to tell them about your slime, Jaden. So we're good.
Yeah, so it was shipped out a couple days ago, so it's on the way. You should also have a notification on that too. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I know there's a lot of people here that are super psyched about this. For those of you who want to hear the song Stars, you guys actually want to hear it. you can certainly start up the Funked Up app and you can listen on the Funked Up app. Absolutely do that. Or you can listen at funkatopia.com. You can just click on listen live there and you can listen there. There's a bunch of different places you can listen to this if you want to listen to this without us chattering over it. But I hope you guys are ready and excited because I actually found a pretty decent system that took all the names and all the entries and randomized them. And it's got this big wheel of, it's crazy. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit nuts, and you know, there were so many people that I want to make sure of, and go over all the people that donated. It's not like a really long list, but I do want to make sure that they are recognized because I want to make sure that. Sorry, I was getting. Okay, so anyways, yeah, it's going to be awesome. We got lots of people that have donated, and I actually need to pull up this screen and make sure that we have the full list here. Want to make sure we got this. We got 2 minutes and 25 seconds before we shoot. So yeah, this is one of the horrible parts about watching video. Yeah, but you know, we want to make sure that everything is done correctly and that it's done right, and so we want to make sure that this list is on here and that we make sure that we got. I want to make sure that everybody is getting. Where is this thing at? Okay. All right. I want to pull this up over here. And I did have, there was a couple people that said that her volume was really, really low. I don't have any way to actually control her volume from our side. You know, because she's coming over the same exact channel from online. So it kind of makes it will be fixed in post. So what we'll do is I will pull that audio file and video file in, and we'll fix that audio and at least boost her up so that it's all, you know, so it's all level. And so if you feel like you really want to relive that again, we'll take care of it for sure. All right. We got 46 seconds and we're going to break into this. This is going to be interesting. I've never done it. Well, you know, what's interesting about it is that I actually have this thing that I have on this tool that I have. I'm actually going to be able to pull it up on this screen here. So people are going to be able to see the wheel spinning. I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with this. It's literally just. So we're gonna have to talk about all the rules and everything, and just, you know. All right, here we go. We're 10 seconds.
Well, if you need me to announce anything, just text me. I've got my phone right here.
Yeah, I think. Hold on a second. And it's Mr. Chris with the Funkatopia radio show. And yet we are back. That was Stars by Bootsy Collins and Friends. And one of those friends, obviously, is the amazing Emmy Sunshine, who was just on here. We did have some people, and we have the beautiful Peppermint Patty online with us as well. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Christopher. This is such an exciting night. Oh, my gosh. It's the big one.
Very, very cool. And I know that there were some people who had sent an email saying, hey, can you like increase her volume a little bit? And she was capped out, and I don't know what it was. There must have been something with the way it could have been. I don't know what it was, but we had her all the way up on this end and she had it all the way up on her end. So we can definitely fix it in post. So if you want to listen to that again, we will actually fix that audio and everything will be normalized. But one of the things everybody's here for, you guys are here for the drawing. So let's talk about this drawing before we go into this, just to make sure that everybody is clear as to how this is going to work, because I don't want there to be any surprises. As you know, Bootsy Collins had the MusiCare Challenge giveaway. And I mean, it wasn't a giveaway, it's just a challenge to raise money for artists who are struggling and just need the capability to be able to make ends meet. And so we called on the Funkatopians to come and help with the process. And we put together these prize packages, or I put together these prize packages in order to kind of get you guys a little bit inspired, to kind of give you a little bit of extra motivation. And you guys showed up gangbusters.
Yeah.
It's amazing, you know, how much of the money that has been raised so far has been a result of Funkatopians. It is a huge portion of it, like way more than half of everything that you're seeing on there is a result of Funkatopians coming to, and it's been incredible. So here is here's essentially what's happening tonight. So for every $5 that you donated, you got an entry into this grand prize drawing. And if you donated $20, you got 4 entries. If you donated $100, you got 20 entries. And there was a lot of people that donated. And so we have 6 prize packages that are happening tonight, 6 prize packages. And so it's really, really clear to understand that while there are about 40 people that have donated, which doesn't seem like a lot, but what you guys have done, those 40 people that kind of stepped up, what they have done monetarily is just been phenomenal. And so, and there's only 6, so we're only going to be naming 6 winners tonight, just 6. So that being the case, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take this opportunity now to read off the people that did donate, all of them, because I want to give you guys an equivalent of a shout out here to really kind of say, you know, thank you guys so much, because there are some people that I'm good friends with that I hope win. But on the same note, it's not up to me. It's up to a randomized system that's going to be randomly picking these names. And I'm actually going to, if you're watching on Facebook, facebook.com/Funkatopia, or if you're watching via YouTube, I'm actually going to be pulling up this wheel and you're going to see it turn and you're going to see it randomly pick a number or randomly pick a person. So I have nothing to do with this. While I would love, there's lots of people that I would love to see win that have just been very, very good to Funkatopia since the very beginning. It's about the randomization of this process. And I want you guys to actually see it happen so that, you know, I was going to, you know, pre-pick the names, but I thought, no, people are going to question. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll do the randomizer system and I'll just read them. But I was like, if people don't see it, they're going to think that I'm still reading off names. So I want there to be no question about where these things are coming from. Just so we're clear, I want there to be no questions that this is a random system that is just randomly picking out names. So what I did is obviously if you had 20 entries, your name was listed in the list 20 times. Woo! If you had 10 entries, your name was listed in the list 10 times. Yep. So when we got all those entries together, there were 488 entries. So which constitutes, yes, it's pretty amazing, which constitutes about 40 people. Yep. And so there's 40 people within that 488, but that 488, so it's just randomly going to pick a name out of those 488 entries, which are 40 people, and it's going to pull it. And that's how we're going to do it. So before we start, I want to read off the names of those people that have donated, all of them. This is not going to take long. It'll literally take like less than a minute. But I want to make sure that they kind of that you guys get at least a congratulations and a huge thank you from not only myself, but from Bootsy Collins and Patty as well.
Thank you.
All right, so here we go. Adrienne Wiley, Adriana Copeman, Elisa Joseph, Angela Flees, Angela Reardon, April Watson, Arlene Oak, Audrey Johnson, Becky Earhart, Beth Sagvold, Betsy Powell, Brian D. Davis, Cammie Mattingly, Carrie Chadmorn, Carletta Matlock, Cassandra Bradley, Christine Bergman, Claire Roundtree, Danielle Greaves, Darren Reese, Dawn Stewart, Donna Brown, Fawn Ruderman, Henrietta Littleton, Jacqueline Hughes, Joanne Ramone, Karen Shedrick, Carrie Martinez, Laura Bell, Laura Guitar, Alicia Williams, Lotus Steel Blossom, Marcia Dickinson, Margaret Burke, Maria Taiska, Mary Lane Boren, Michelle Bowen, Michaela Harris, Melinda Griffith, Neon Ya, Rico Curry, Rita Taylor, Sherry Alloway, Sheridan Sloan, Susie Queen, Terry Dominic, Terry A. Murphy, Trish Westberg, Julie DeAngie, Anna Vasilou, and Greg O'Brien. So those are the names of all the people that donated.
Woo! Thank you for all of your donations. Thank you.
Yes, and there's so many people here, and it's just it's amazing. It seemed like there was one that I have in here that I want to make sure was represented, because there was one name that I did put into the list, but I don't know sure she was on the very, very final one that I put in. I want to make sure that she's in here before we do the drawing. She had a lot of issues and she was not getting a receipt. There's some people that are like that, where they sent me in a timely manner. They sent me the receipt and they showed me that they actually did get they did make it before the deadline. But then there was, but they never got a receipt. And so I just kind of waited for a little bit until that, Giselle Langendres is another one. Giselle Langendres. So she was another one that was in there as well. So she is in the mix. I'll double check, absolutely positively make sure that she is in the mix for the wheel, because that is also important. So here's basically, yes, she's in there. Okay. So basically what we're doing is again, for every $5 that you donated, you get an entry. So there's 488 entries in there as of right now. And this system that I chose, first I took all the names and we randomized them. So before it was just like, all the names in chronological order, not chronological, but alphabetical order, Terry A. Murphy, Trish Westberg, Cammie Mattingly, but I put all their names into a system and I mixed it all up. So that it was just a big jumble of all the names and all the different entries. And then I put it into this system, this wheel system, and I'm going to pull up this wheel system now so that you guys can actually see it.
See it, Mr. There it is.
So there's a system. Okay. So here's the thing is that this wheel that you're seeing, all these names, all the 488 names are on this wheel. And as you can see, you can see the variance in the lengths. So there's like no two names that are really together. It's just this huge, huge link. And it's just this massive wheel. And so what I'm going to do is once I click this wheel, it's going to spin and it's going to randomly pick a name. We're going to start with sixth place. Okay. We're going to start with the sixth place prize packages, and then we're going to move up to the grand prize. So I wanted to get there's one more little piece of information that I've got to make sure of. And that is this: if a name is picked for a sixth place prize, or for any prize actually, before the grand prize, we will remove that name from this list. So the list that you see here, we will remove one of their listings from the list. Okay. So if they have more than one, they still have an entry in there. So if somebody wins sixth place and then their name gets chosen again for a higher prize, say like the second prize or the grand prize, they win that prize. And then we will redraw the sixth place one, because essentially if you have multiple entries, the whole reason why you did that is for a better shot to win the grand prize. So there may not be any duplicates, but if there are, if we choose a name and then we get to the grand prize and the name that gets chosen belongs to, somebody who's already won like a prize in 6th place or whatever, we will redraw that prize, but that person that we drew is going to win the grand prize. So that's just so we're really, really clear, but they will be removed from the list as we pick them. So, all right. If everybody is ready, I say we go ahead and do this. Oh my gosh. This is like so stressful. All right. So this is for 6th place prize, though I'm going to be doing for, and the 6th place prize is, let me pull this up. It's right here. This is for a Prince collector magazine, a Prince symbol vinyl for your car, a Funkatopia sticker, and then we're probably going to throw a couple other little small little goodies or whatever in there as well. But that's what this is for. So here we go. We are rolling for 6th place prize. And let's see if we can, I got to get a piece of paper here because I got to make sure that I document this as well. This is what I need right here. All right, here we go. 6th place prize. Here we go. We are rolling right now. Here's 6th place. Oops, nope, I can't do it from there. I got to do it from there. Here we go.
Woo! Here we go.
6th place goes to Carrie Chadbourne. Got 6th place.
Woo!
All right, Carrie Chadbourne. Now, that doesn't mean
Yay.
that she can't win the grand prize, because if she has good. This is so good. I can remove this. Okay, so we're removing her one of her names from the list. So Carrie Chadbourne, that is 6th place right there. All right. So Carrie won 6th place. The 5th place prize is the same. The 4th, 5th, and 6th place is still the same. Prince Collector Magazine, Prince symbol for your vinyl for your car, Funkatopia sticker, and of course a couple of other small little prizes that we'll put in there. Here it is, number 5. Here it is. This is so random. This is so stressful. Position 5, Susie Queen. Susie Queen's in there. Now, again, you got to keep in mind that I think both of those individuals did have multiple entries, so they can still win for grand prize. They can still win for other prizes. However, they're currently locked in for those prizes. So those two folks are walking away with that, but they could win more prizes. All right, clicking on remove. We're going to remove that one instance. And here we go. This is for 4th place. Once again, another Prince Collector Magazine, Prince symbol vinyl for your car, Funkatopia sticker, and a couple of other small little prizes that we'll put in the 4th, 5th, and 6th place one. Here we go. Number 4.
Here we go. Number 4.
Oh my gosh. This is stressing me out. Oh my God. This is so stupid. Why am I stressed out? It's not even. Cammie Mattingly got number 4.
So, Cammie.
Once again, another person who I know that has multiple entries in here. So again, if any 3 of those individuals get win something, get their name gets picked again, we will redraw for whatever the 4th, 5th, or 6th one is. They'll win the bigger the prize packages that they get chosen for. All right, removing this instance. Now, here we go to number 3. And the third prize is a little bit bigger of a package. It's a personally autographed card from Bootsy Collins, 1 Prince art print from Art by Mary, a handmade studded Prince symbol book bag, 1 Prince collector magazine, 2 Prince symbol vinyls for your car or laptop, a Funkatopia hat, and a Funkatopia sticker. So there's quite a bit now. We've kind of moved up forward now. And here we are in number 3. Okay, here we go. This is for 3rd place in that prize package. Here we go. So random. Cammie Mattingly again. So she just got the 3rd place. So that means that we have to re-roll for the 4th place win. So she gets the bigger of the 2 prize packages. She just came in on number 4 and on number 3. So she just stepped up to number 3. So now we are going to go back and we are going to respin for 4th place, which is again back to the Prince Collector magazine, the Prince symbol vinyl and Funkatopia sticker, and a couple of small surprises. So I'm glad that I prefaced this going forward because it just happened. So there you go. Here we go. We're redoing it again for 4th place. All right. Here we go. Jacqueline Hughes. All right. Wow. So, all right. So here's how it stands so far. 6th place was Carrie Chadbourne. 5th place was Susie Queen. 4th place was Jacqueline Hughes. And 3rd place is Cammie Mattingly. So now we go up to the 2nd place package, which is a pretty sizable package. It's obviously not the grand prize package, but it's still pretty friggin' big. The 2nd place package is a personally autographed IPA poster from Bootsy Collins. Woo! You're gonna get 2 Prince art prints from Art by Mary. You're gonna get the hardcover book of Life and Times of Prince. You're also going to get a handmade studded Prince symbol book bag. You're going to get 2 Prince collector magazines, a Funkatopia hat, a Funkatopia sticker, and 2 Prince symbol vinyls for your car or laptop. So that's a pretty sizable package right there. Awesome. And here it is, 2nd place. Oh my gosh, this is so stressful. I don't know what I'm the one sending this stuff out, so I have no idea why this is stressful to me.
We're just excited.
It's crazy. All right. I gotta see a cardiologist tomorrow. All right, here we go. 2nd place. Here it is. The 2nd place.
Here it is. Come on.
Here it is. There it is. There it is.
Where is it? Who is it?
Beth Stagvold.
I love the sparkles.
Oh my gosh. Yes, that's another one of the reasons why I chose this wheel is because it's kind of cool. It not only has the spinning wheel sounds, but it also has the also has the sparkles in the audience. All right, so here we go. It is that time. This is insane right here. This is now again. Any of the names that have already been called can still win this grand prize, and if they do, we will respin the wheel for whatever position that they, so 6th place, Carrie Chadbourne. 5th place, Susie Queen. 4th place, Jacqueline Hughes. 3rd place was Cammie Mattingly. 2nd place with Beth Stagvold. And then this is for the grand prize. This is it. This is the big, this is the most ridiculous prize package in the history of, I don't even remember when Price is Right was running. It's just that I don't think they had prize packages that were this ridiculous. Here we go. This is a grand prize, which is a pair of Bootsy Collins star glasses from Shine, a deck of Bootsy Collins playing cards, a personally autographed card from Bootsy Collins, a personally signed rare vinyl from Bootsy Collins, CD box set from Earth, Wind, and Fire called The Eternal Flame, 3 Prince art prints by Art by Mary, so 3 art prints of Prince by Art by Mary, the Club Funketeers bracelet from Bootsy, a hardcover book, Life and Times of Prince, another book, softcover, Inside the Music and Mask, that's Ro Ronan book about Prince, an personally autographed book, new book, Prince and the Purple Rain Era Studio Sessions, personally signed by Dwayne Tudall. He heard about it and he said, I want to sign it. So it will be signed and sent directly from him. as well as the Bootsy stuff too. So anything Bootsy wise is also going to be sent from directly from Bootsy. He'll sign it. He can sign it to you, or he can just autograph it. Either way.
Yep.
3 Prince collector magazines, an original Morris Day tour program, a handmade Prince studded book bag, a 12-inch vinyl of Let's Go Crazy, the original one from 1985 that is from my personal collection, and it's very used and very beat up. It was scratched. The edges were scratched by a cat. It's horrible. You can't resell it. It's just one of these things that's just it's a memory. You're taking one of my memories away. I'm putting it in a box, and but it's amazing. It's still cool. Prince DVD, The Glory Days, and I think that was from Michelle Bryant. Actually, one of our winners here, third place Cami Mattingly, is actually donating a prize for the grand prize package, which is a bottle of Prince's 3121 perfume.
Yum.
Funkatopia hat, Funkatopia sticker, and 2 Prince symbol vinyls for your car or laptop. That is the grand prize package. This is insane.
It's insane.
Oh my gosh. I just can't even. This is okay. And again, if any of the names that have already won a prize get picked in this grand prize drawing, they win the prize. So whoever this is that comes up, they win the grand prize. And if it happens to be somebody who's already won one of the things, we're going to redo it for the other, whatever they abandoned. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh, it's time. Here it is. The roll. And let me just one second. You're like, spin that damn wheel. All right, listen. I just want to say thank you guys so much for everybody that donated. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys really came with it. And it just goes to show what an amazing representation that Funkatopia and you Funkatopians have proven that when we're asked to come, we come. And that's just I can't say thank you enough to everybody. I really can't. So here we go.
From Peppermint Patty and Bootsy Collins. Thank you, Funkatopians. You're amazing, and you're helping a lot of artists in a big way. And MusiCares and the Grammy Foundation, thank you as well. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Christopher.
You're welcome. It's been an amazing journey, and here it is, the grand prize spin.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Here it is. Okay, I'm clicking. I clicked. Let's see what it is. Marcia Dickinson. Not on the list. So we don't have to spin again. So there you have it. That's everybody. That's it. That is it. Marcia Dickinson, you have an amazing prize package that is going to be sent to you. Unfriggin' real, that grand prize. Congratulations, Marcia. Oh my gosh. So again, Marcia Dickinson, you won grand prize. Beth Sagvold, second place. Cami Mattingly, third place. Jacqueline Hughes, fourth place. Susie Queen, fifth place. And Carrie Chadbourne, sixth place. Unfriggin' real. That was fantastic. That was a lot of fun.
So fantastic. I love that whole campaign and the way the wheel and the circles and the confetti, and the sound and the crowd. It was perfect.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. That was a blast, and wow, that was just so much fun. And there's so many people that I'm actually surprised that I did not see their names kind of pop up. Like a couple examples of people that I'm actually surprised did not pop up in that wheel would be Neon Ya. Neon Ya, thank you. I know you're here. I mean, you donated on 5 separate occasions. You donated. Rico Curry, thank you so much. You were in the list. You had 20 entries in there for donating $100. Plus, on top, Maria Taiska, she also donated like $150 of that, and so she was in the mix. So she had 30 entries in there. But I mean, the wheel is the wheel. You know, you spin it, and it just happens the way that it happens. And I just can't even. I can't even say enough about my gratitude. So for all those people that in this mix that did not win a prize, that donated over $50, I'm going to send you guys something anyways. So for everybody that donated over $50, I'm going to send you something. So just expect something in the mail from me. I should be able to get your address from something. Or if I don't have your address, I'll get it. But if you donated over $50 to this process, you're going to get something from me. So just know.
Woo! Woo!
Make sure you guys are taken care of.
Let me know so I can join in with you. Send something extra. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, I just think so many people that are all around. Leanne said slime all around.
Slime for everybody. But yeah. We're saying,
everybody. Yeah, that might be an idea. Maybe we could send slime to folks. So just that'd be pretty cool.
Slime with that, okay? Organic slime.
Man, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I know we're going to continue a journey together. So this won't be my last time on with Funkatopia. I look forward to the future.
I mean, and I do too. And to keep in mind, I want everybody to keep in mind these donations will continue all the way to October 23rd. So it's really, really important to know that these will continue to October 23rd. So expect in the next few days, we're going to be coming up with something else to kind of entice you guys to donate. Another prize package. It won't be as insane as that one, but it will still be very, very cool. Excuse me. It'll still be very, very cool because we'll have all types of things that we're planning, such as I don't know. I know we got a live concert that's going to be coming up with Bootsy Collins and the release of his new album. There's going to be all this different types of stuff. So there's going to be something else coming to kind of entice you guys to donate a little bit more if you want to be entered into another drawing. And Patty and I are going to do a little bit of we'll do a little mind meld and come up with something between now and
special formula together just for Funkatopia. So
that'd be awesome. Well, I appreciate you, Patty. I know that you got lots of stuff to do. Please say hello to Bootsy for us. I know we were going to try to get him on the show tonight, and he's just been so busy. And I promise you guys he will be on at some point in the very, very near future. I know he was already on the show not too long ago, but I know that you guys want to do a live show where you can kind of come in and actually ask questions and spend some time with him, and that's perfectly cool. We will arrange that. So just stay tuned.
Well, thank you for having me. Blessings to everyone, and thank you for your donations. Thank you, Mr. Christopher, for what you do. You're a great leader, Funkatopian, proud of Mr. Christopher.
Well, thank you. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you, Patty, so much. Have a good night, dear.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
All right, everybody. So there it is. There was the grand prize drawing. Man, congratulations to all you fine folks. I'm so happy to see so many people that actually were able to get into the mix and win. I wish that everybody here could have won, especially, a lot of the folks that have donated a good bit of money, over $50. I mean, anything over $50 is a lot to donate to anything. So I totally get it, and I greatly appreciate. I greatly appreciate you guys just kind of, hanging out and bearing with that. And I wanted you guys to see this wheel spin live right in front of you so that you could see that it was totally legit and everything. Is Marcia even here? Yes, she is. Marcia, you're here. Congratulations, man. What a grand that grand prize is completely ridiculous. That's just insane. So we had a really, really cool night. What I want to do more than anything is take off these friggin' headphones because when there's nobody on, I don't have to wear them because I don't have to worry about hearing somebody else. But what we will do is I want to hang out with you guys. I want to hang out. Let's, whatever questions you want to ask, any Prince questions that you want to ask, any funk questions you want to ask, maybe some Emmy Sunshine questions you want to ask, whatever you want to talk about. Let's hang out for about another 35 minutes and just, play some music and just chill. Let me put on some tunes here on the radio, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you guys, everybody that's tuning in on the radio station. I know how incredibly stressful it is for everybody in the mix. It's just, it is what it is. We'll play a little bit of X's Face right here on Funkatopia, and we're going to continue the video show on Facebook, facebook.com/Funkatopia. So feel free to join in. Here it is, X's Face. Couldn't remember the name of the song. X's Face. And then when we come back, we'll take your questions. You want to join in the conversation? Facebook.com/Funkatopia. Facebook.com/Funkatopia, or on YouTube. You can also do it YouTube. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Susie's like, do it again next month. Susie, I'm glad that you got it. I'm glad that you got in. That was cool. Andre, it was fixed. Yeah, that's I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate everybody that donated. I know this is not an easy time for everybody with everything that we're dealing with the pandemic and everything. It's a lot. A lot of people were saying, people were asking me about how much I was donating and whatever, and all the prize packages are stuff for my collection. So I kind of wanted to make this kind of go forward and kind of motivate some scenarios, but it's going to be very, very cool. If you are one of those winners, Marcia Dickinson, Beth Sagvold, Cammie, I think I know your address, Jackie Hughes, Susie Queen, Carrie Chadbourne, please email me your mailing address. I don't know that I have access to that, and I don't know that's a question that they ask you during the donation process. So if you could please send your mailing address where you would like these prize packages sent to. Some of these things, like for instance, like anything that's autographed by Bootsy Collins, that's coming directly from Bootsy. So he's sending it directly to you. Marcia, that autographed book from Dwayne Tudall is coming directly from Dwayne. So there's some things that are coming from other places that are going to go directly to you. Dwayne Tudall sending his book, specifically Marcia to you. Dwayne Tudall sending a book to you. Cammie Mattingly will be sending the bottle of 3121 perfume to you, as well as the art prints from Art by Mary. Those things are coming from external sources directly to you, and then the parts of the prize packages that I have, I'll be sending to you ASAP, probably this week. So it's going to be amazing. Yes, Susie, that will be fine. But you got to let me know. Susie wants to know if she can buy some slime and just throw it into that package. Absolutely. Send me your address and tell me. Just let me know which, or just go to georgiagirls.com, TWO georgiagirls.com. And hold on. This is Turn Me On by Prince. And just order whatever you want to order on georgiagirls.com, and I will make sure that it gets put into the box that I send to you of your stuff. So congratulations, man. That was awesome. So much fun. And yes, I want to make sure, I definitely want to make sure, orange and mint, tangerine, I know. Andre is obsessed with always getting naked. So there's always that. Andre, you first. Actually, no, time out. Don't do that. So, in honor of Bootsy coming on, I did wear my George Clinton shirt, George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic shirt. I did have that. I don't have a Bootsy shirt. I wish I had a Bootsy shirt. I don't have a Bootsy shirt. Kind of bummed out that I don't have a Bootsy shirt. It's kind of a little bit of a bum deal, but it's okay. But I think that everybody is in here. Is Carrie, are you in here? Carrie Chadbourne, are you in here? I want to see, has anybody seen Carrie here? Yes, Carrie, you're in here. So good. So everybody that won tonight is in here. Beth Sagvold, is she in here as well? Beth, are you in here? Let me see. Anybody seen Beth come in or out? I have not seen Beth today. Beth may be in here. Hopefully Beth is in here somewhere. It's good that we have everybody in here. Mindy says nobody wants to see me naked. Ditto. Nobody wants to see me naked either. It's all good. And that was a little song called Turn Me On, a little bit of a deep, deep track. It's Mr. Christopher with the Funkatopia radio show. Man, we had an awesome show tonight. So we got another half hour. We're going to be hanging out and just chilling with you guys and just having a good time talking questions and whatnot. Some people were asking, we interviewed Emmy Sunshine earlier and it was fantastic, unbelievable. She's such an amazing artist, and to be so young, she was 16. She was 16. She is 16, and that's just it's incredible to me that she's 16 and so talented, and she's got that voice that's it kind of reminds me a little bit of these people like Grace Vanderwall that kind of come into the picture, and they have this very, very distinct sound to their voice, and it's amazing. It's truly amazing. Everything that I don't know. Emmy Sunshine, what an amazing performance. It was a lot of fun to have her on the show. And I wish I would have asked her if she was into Prince, but I think the only reason why I didn't is because I'm pretty sure that she may have seen him as definitely as an influence, but I don't, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't ask her. Normally I always ask that, but sometimes I feel like if artists if the genre of music that they play is really far removed from what Prince does, I kind of feel like, I don't want to make them feel bad if they're not a fan or feel like they've offended somebody if they don't necessarily even like that artist or have to, it is what it is. So yes, it was so cool to have her on the show for sure. Again, we did the drawing and it was a lot of fun. Congratulations once again, grand prize winner, Marcia Dickinson. That grand prize is just ridiculous. It's going to be such a huge box. I don't even know how I'm going to get it all into one box, but I'll figure it out. Second place, Beth Sagvo. Third place, Kemi Mattingly. Fourth place is Jacqueline Hughes. Fifth place, Susie Queen. And sixth place, Carrie Chadbourne. So all those people, congratulations. It was a lot of fun, and it was just, it is what it is. And normally it's just, I kind of have to go with my gut when I'm doing the interviews. I'm going back to talking about the interview now, even though I broke away from that already. I know that I've been getting a lot of emails asking me about the scenario that I was talking about on the Facebook Live thing that I did yesterday. And before I get into that, let's kind of let me just take a break and say just one thing. Thank you so much to all the people that donated to the MusiCares, the Bootsy Collins MusiCares Challenge, because it is so important that we figure out ways to be able to continue to support these artists that have been, for the better part, saving our lives. I mean, I can't think of so many times that I've just been in a really, really dark place, and music saved me. Whether it may not have necessarily been Prince's music, it may have been somebody else. It may have been Peter Gabriel. It may have been, it could have been all these random artists that used to and still have a huge impact on my life. It could have been, folks like Fishbone and folks like 24/7 Spies and bands like Follow for Now, which many of you have probably never even heard of. I think we've played a couple of their songs on but those are like local guys and bands like The Fix and bands like Blue October and so many of these cool bands that are not necessarily funk bands. They're just bands that just play amazing music. And so many of these artists just they're starving right now because they make their money playing live. And I know some people are like, well, you shouldn't have chose that career path, but it's not just musicians that are struggling too. It's people, the people in the restaurant business, they were struggling for a really, really long time trying to stay afloat. And there's still other career paths that are doing the same thing. Teachers have been struggling, and it's not easy. It's not an easy path. It's just not. It's not fun by any stretch of the imagination. And so it was good that Funkatopians came to the call, and they just showed up, and you guys showed up hard. And I just can't thank you guys enough. And as I said, for everybody that donated over $50, if you donated over $50, please make sure that you email me your address. I want to send you something. I just, it's not going to be anything, you'd like a Funkatopia sticker or something. I want to send you something. I don't know what. I just want to send you something. So I want to make sure that you guys are taken care of. So, Danielle, professional actor, no work since 2020, no work until 2021. That's just, it's rough. It's just a rough market out there. And Emmy Sunshine, I was glad to hear that she said she was getting back out there, and she was actually going to be doing some live shows, which means that there's light at the end of the tunnel and that we will start getting some live shows. But in the meantime, those landlords don't wait. That power company doesn't wait. Their need to put food on their tables for their family does not wait. So that's what this donation was. That's what these donations were going for, was to help these musicians. And that's really what that's what we're doing it for. But it was good to have this little bit of, respite in the middle of all of it. It's just pretty freaking awesome. People that cut hair, hairdressers. Angela says seamstress. They can't do alterations when they're doing social distancing. There's just so much. There's so many careers that are out there. So many people that are out there. This one just happened to be specifically geared towards musicians and entertainers. But we're all here because of that. So then here's the other thing too. A lot of people were talking about what I had mentioned on last call. I've gotten some emails about it and whatnot, and everybody's saying, who is it? Who is it? For those of you who are not familiar with what's going on, as you know, last week we had an amazing interview. We had a surprise guest come in. Jelly Bean Johnson stopped into the studio. We got an opportunity to talk with Jelly Bean Johnson for the better part of 45 minutes, just hanging out, talking about it, because it was the 38th anniversary of the album, What Time Is It? And we got to sit down and spend some time just going over the albums and talking through the albums, talking about the history of the albums, talking about the background of the songs and everything. And we've done that with all the album chats that we've done. We've done that. And then after these broadcasts are over, what happens is that we then post them out to a private area of SoundCloud that then gets picked up by a variety of different places. Well, first we posted on Patreon for our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/Funkatopia. And I will put that up now. But so you can support Funkatopia at patreon.com/Funkatopia. But then it gets picked up by other places too. It gets picked up by iHeartRadio. It gets picked up by iTunes. It gets picked up by there's a whole bunch of Radionomy. I mean, it's just a laundry list of places that pick up the broadcast. The interviews they're innocuous. There's nothing going on there that causes any problems. The album chats are causing problems, because what's happening is that if somebody sees an album chat or something going on that they don't agree with, or that they feel as a competition of sorts, they are clicking on copyright infringement, or they're reporting those broadcasts. It's not an algorithm. There is an algorithm that gets set off on some places like Facebook and YouTube. Facebook and YouTube, there's not normally anybody watching. It's not a scenario where somebody's watching. It's normally with Facebook and YouTube, there is I think it's Grace Note, I think is the one that kind of scours everything that gets posted on YouTube and Facebook. And if there's any music playing in the background, I mean, any music that is playing in the background, it just gets to the point where they automatically flag it. They say there's music from WMG, whatever. And then they'll still post the video. In YouTube's case, they'll post the video but they will not allow you to like sell any advertising or whatever that case may be. With Facebook, they'll mute whatever sections are posted that actually have music. But then there is another component to this where it's a manual process where a person will manually go in and click that they'll either report it or they'll claim that it's copyrighted and they don't have any rights to this, that they shouldn't be playing this music. And it's a manual process. So it's not an algorithm that's taking place. And those take place specifically through RIAA, which is the Recording Industry Association of America. And they are like the big wigs. They're like the big wigs. And if they feel like a specific, if somebody goes in and says, I don't like what these guys are doing, I don't like what I don't like these album chats, or I don't like this, that, or the other, they can simply report us. And then, of course, whoever they're reporting it to directly can get our whole entire account shut down. Again, this is a manual process for them. That's a manual process. And the problem is that I have an idea who this person is that's doing this. First off, to be clear, we are completely and totally 100% legitimate. We are an ASCAP licensed radio station. I go through the process every single time. Any single time that anything I do gets flagged, I will send them all of my licensing and say, we're paying for all this licensing. We do this legitimately. When artists get played on a radio station, they are getting paid. It's legit. So every single time that somebody does this, though, I've got to jump through 100 hoops in order to make sure that get that video back on, or to get that audio file posted back. Sometimes they put it back on. Other times they don't, because they don't really they have a process to receive complaints and to react on that complaint, but they don't have a clear process in place because they just assume that everybody that's doing it is not legit. So they don't have a clear-cut process in place for those of us that are legitimate and that do go through the process of purchasing licensing. And it's a manual process. It's like turning in a manual tax thing at the end of the day. I come to find out that there is a specific individual who is going to do this. And most of you guys know who this individual is. And I don't know if they feel like it is, and this is just an assumption based on, because I can see who's doing some of the reporting. I can see who is reporting the problems. I can see IP addresses. I can see where they're at. I know where they're located. I know some of the people who would do something like this. That's basically what I'm saying. I know the people who would do stuff like this because they look at me as competition, but I am not competition to anybody. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm just doing my own thing here. I don't feel like I'm butting up against anybody. I don't feel like I'm not wrestling with anybody. Some people were asking, is it the estate? Believe it or not, it's not the estate. That's not where it's located at. So it's frustrating to me. And besides that, I've worked with all of MPG. When we did the album chat for Golden Nigga, we had Tony on, we had Morris on, and we were going through all the tracks together. We were talking about all the music together. We were playing all the music together. These are the artists that performed on these, So anyways, it's not the estate. But the problem is that this person knows that it causes problems. And they know that if we can kind of take this out of the mix, if we can kind of take Chris out of the mix by complaining about this, that, or the other, then it just makes my life difficult, because every single time they do it, I have to go and I have to jump through all these hoops in order to get that file back online. And it's a pain. It is a huge pain in the butt. So I am not, I've just forewarned, and I think that I have, I've already mentioned on here that once because I can talk to our IAA, I can reach out to them, and I can try to, I can just flat out ask them who our accusers are to find out for definite who this person is. And I've already said out loud, if I find out that it is who I think it is, I'm going to put that person on blast. It's not to be ugly. It's not to be mean, but if you're going to be messing with what we're doing here, when I don't have anything, I have nothing negative to say about anybody. I'm not pushing against anybody. I'm not fighting against anybody. I'm not competing against anybody. All I'm doing is just doing my thing here. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. There are some people that I feel a little bit jealous of that I wish I could do. I wish I could do better things with, like Prince's friend. Yeah, he's an example of somebody that I'm very, very envious of as far as his video production, all the stuff in the, like it's actually like watching a friggin' newscast, and I would love to be able to do that. And I could hang up some green screen behind me, but I just kind of like this background. I could probably, throw up a little video or do something if I wanted to. But I don't know. I just kind of feel, and how I just did the video, how I just did the wheel, I could probably do that and put the, put the little whatever over in that corner. It would probably be great. I could probably do that. So I could probably do something that's very, very similar. But anyways, if I find out that you are who I think you are, I'm going to put you on blast. So I'm just warning you now, if I continue to get these complaints on the album chats or anything else, I'm going to get to the bottom of it, and I'm going to find out who you are, and I'm going to put you on blast. And you guys have never heard me say anything like this that's, aggressive like this. You've never heard me like this. But when it comes to, you guys know the amount of work that I do doing these shows and the amount of prep that I do doing these shows. Even when I'm interviewing somebody like Emmy Sunshine, who, I really wasn't that familiar with until like a couple weeks ago. And I, had to do some research and kind of dig a little bit and find out a little bit about her and kind of make sure that the questions that I'm asking, are going to be entertaining, that the questions that you guys want to hear. And when we do these album chats, I don't even want to get into it. I can show you the friggin' length of notes that I have for album chats. It's insane the amount of information that I have. Normally, for a normal album chat, I will have a minimum of 12 pages of content that I've written. 12 pages of content that I've personally written. Now, granted, I'm getting that information from a variety of different sources, some of which I can copy and paste, and some of which I have to pull from books that I can't copy and paste, some of which I have to pull from audio interviews and then transcribe them. 12 pages is normally a small end. A low end is normally on the album chats. That's how much research that I have to do, prep. And I can tell you right now, no offense to a lot of the people that I know there are some people that go online that do shows regularly that don't prep at all. They may prep a little bit. They may have a few hand notes written down, and they may be winging it the whole night. But the amount of prep that I do, it's insane. So for somebody to kind of come up behind me after I do all that work for you guys, I know a lot of that stuff already, but I'm trying to put it together in a way that's going to inform you, entertain you, and is also going to further promote the artist and help sell more albums and help to kind of draw them and just to help. That's all that I want to do is to continue pushing forward the legacy of Prince and support any artists that come on the show, like Emmy Sunshine, like Jelly Bean Johnson, like anybody, like CeeLo Green, like Bootsy Collins. All these individuals have been on this show, and we sit and we talk with them, and we spend some really cool, good quality time with them. And I just can't, that's my goal. So for somebody that just could give a rat's ass and is just going to go behind me, and the second that it posts to iTunes or the second that it posts somewhere is going to go to the RIAA and file a complaint on the RIAA website and then have them coming at me, not just to, in this particular case, not just to take down a file, but they want to shut down the entire account, not Funkatopia account, the Funkatopia account on SoundCloud, which is where we have the professional version of SoundCloud where we kind of store all of our sound files. But now I have to go into the process and I have to download all the files and back all that stuff up, because if this particular thing is successful and they do end up taking everything down, I just, that's messed up. You're screwing up everything that I'm working for and everything that I've done and all the work that I've done. And you're going to you think they're going to shut me down, but you're not. Because what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to pick up the pieces. I'm going to take all those files. I'm going to put them into a private area, and I'm going to put them behind a paid wall so that it's not going to be publicly available. It's going to only be available to the people that are active supporters of the station. The interviews and stuff, those will still be out there, but stuff like the album chats and things like that are going to cause issues or set off algorithms and stuff, I'll just put them behind a paid wall. And the people that's going to affect is going to be you guys, because there are so many of you that support this radio station. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart, all you guys that are supporting this station. The radio station is okay. The radio station seems to be perfectly locked underneath the licensing. I know it seems strange, but that seems perfectly locked. But for these other pieces that are being put on other social platforms that seem to have caused a little bit of conflict because they set off a bunch of things, or in this particular case, when manual stuff happens, it's a nightmare. It's a friggin' nightmare. And it's annoying. It's annoying. And I know that you guys want to know who it is, but I can't divulge who I believe it is, just because I don't want to put that. I don't want to put that person on blast and then find out, it's just he or she just happens to be in the same place. I'm not doing that. I will find, but if I ever put anybody on blast, it's going to be because I have definitively identified who that person is. And if I put them on blast, it's because I know that it's you. And when I do, and I know that when you guys do this report, or the person that's doing this report, I know that you have to indicate who you are in order to identify you so they can contact you about it. And I can get that information. It's not as private as you think it is, because believe it or not, I actually do know people at the RIAA. They're not like the super, super higher ups, but guess what? I can find out some information about folks at the RIAA. And if I need to, that's what I'll do. I can't divulge who it is. You guys do know who he is. I've said he, but, and it won't be somebody obvious like you think, but it's still annoying. It's still annoying. And if I find out it's you, it's not going to be pretty. It's just not going to be pretty. And I'm going to end up having to move stuff. I'm already moving stuff as it is over to albumchats.com. And I know it's not readily available right now, but it's already, but people are just trying to mess with me on a regular basis. And I just keep on being attacked in various different ways. We had a bunch of different attacks on the Funkatopia website. They put a bunch of different attacks on there trying to bring down the website. I think they had a little bit of success just causing some hiccups and stuff over the weekend, but it's crazy. It's crazy. So I appreciate everything that you guys are doing. I appreciate your support. And let me take this support scroll off. Hey, you guys don't need to see this. You guys know how to support us if you need to support us. But anyways, it's been an amazing night. A lot of fun. I don't think I saw any questions. I think I've been rambling the whole time, but there's Miss Jaden's in the house. Jaden, one of the winners, I forgot to tell you this, one of the winners, Miss Susie Queen, she wants a couple of the slimes, but the two that she requested weren't even ones that we create. She said orange and mint. We don't have either of those. But we do have Tangerine, which I believe is the one you're referring to, and that one is amazing. The Tangerine Nag Champa, that one is just ridiculous. The mint one, I do actually think you actually did create a mint, but we didn't. I don't know if we advertised it. Maybe we talked about it, but it's not up there yet. But we'll do it. And Cammie is, every single time I talk to Cammie, she's playing with it. She's playing with slime. If you guys want slime, to georgiagirls.com, TWO georgiagirls.com. I think we actually had a 20% off coupon code for that too, that we divulged last. Was TGG. It's either TGG 2020 or TGG 20. I think is the coupon code for 20% off in the slime world. So we did that. She doesn't even know about it. I put her down there because it's funny. Yeah. Oh, and another cool thing about the slime is that we talked to a store actually in Georgia. There is a store that's located up in the Alpharetta area called North Point Mall. North Point Mall actually has a little store in it called K Squared, I think is what the name of the store is. It's in North Point Mall, and they would like to carry her slime in their store. And they have a bunch of little arts and craftsy types of store, and they want to carry her slime in the store. So we're gonna make up some jars and bring them down there to K Squared. And I think that's the name of the store. It's in North Point Mall, and it's very, very cool. So it's very, very cool. In Georgia, you can actually go. Oh, yeah, and of course, one of the Georgia girls doesn't even know about it. So I don't see any questions. Yes, Cammie did. She shared the coupon code is TGG 2020. And Angela said she'll be there next week. Hopefully we'll be able to get the slime in there next week. We're still waiting on a call from them because there's some things that they want to get. It's really kind of a rough spot. But it's really, really cool store, and they want to carry the slime. So we're going to get them some, and it's going to be awesome. Yes, absolutely. Whoever those people are, it's love for one another. And Lawrence asks, what is my thoughts on the Forever in My Life remaster? I actually like it. A lot of people aren't aware of this. And actually, you know what? Thank you for that question, Lawrence. Actually, what we'll do here, since we're about to wrap things up, since the show ends in like 3 minutes, what I will do, sometimes we go till 11 and sometimes we just go till 10, but we just kind of rush through everything. And it's just kind of been a whirlwind night. It's been awesome doing the interview with Emmy Sunshine and doing the drawing. That was exciting. I was stressing out. I literally do have an appointment with a cardiologist tomorrow, and I hope he doesn't see anything and go, what did you do yesterday? Did you run or something? No, I was just stressed out by a wheel. I was stressed out by a wheel because I wanted everybody on that wheel to win. And it was just so stressful. But yes, I actually have a copy of that song, and I'm going to play that song when we close up the show. So if you want to hear that track, I'm going to put it in so you can actually listen to it. It's the early vocal run through of the 2020 remaster of Forever in My Life. And I'll play it here in just a second on the radio show, but I like it. I do. I like it. I like the cleanness of it, but a lot of people don't know this, that the way that it's recorded right now was actually a mistake. It was a mistake by Susan Rogers. Prince was going into the studio to record the song, and Susan started it, and he started to sing it. And I guess it was started at the point where the song was started was the incorrect part. And as he started singing it, then his other previously recorded vocals were layered over what he was doing. And at first he was really confused about it, but then as he started to listen to it, and he just continued going through it, and he continued singing, and he ended up liking it. So the way that it's recorded right now with the conflicting verses going over and kind of layering over each other, that was a mistake by Susan Rogers. And it's pretty cool. It was actually a pretty cool mistake. And, I like it, but I also like this original version too, because it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of, it just gives you a little bit of an idea of what was going on as far as like the original structure of the song. And, it's cool. And I think I've liked most of what they've released so far to date. And, I don't have any issues with anything that they've released so far, and I'm so excited to get the Sign of the Times Super Deluxe. I'm a little bit stressed out because of the fact that I ordered it through the estate. I could have gotten it for less at Amazon, but I decided to get it through the estate because I wanted to make sure that Amazon wasn't in the middle of all this. But on the same note, I've heard a lot of nightmares about people ordering from their estate and then everybody else gets it and then you don't get it. And I don't like that at all. So, and on top of that, it cost more to order it from the estate. I think it was with shipping and everything else, it ended up costing like about $30 more than it already was for shipping. And I was just, so hopefully they make it up to us somehow. I don't know how many people ordered it through the state and how many people ordered it from Amazon. But it's finally here. You're right, Lawrence. It's finally here, the month that it's going to be released. So I'm hoping that we get surprised and all of a sudden it just shows up early and it's just like, yes, it's going to be amazing. All right. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. A huge thank you to the amazing Emmy Sunshine. I'm telling you, I listened to some of the stuff that she released that's on her website. And I was really, really digging it. But her live performances tonight, that stuff was on a totally different level. It was just incredible. I'm looking forward to re-listening to her performances tonight. And I'm honored that she actually performed not one, but two songs on the show tonight, live right here. So when she breaks out and she becomes the next Taylor Swift, you can be sure this is going to be on rotation on YouTube. And I'm going to, it's just, oh my God. Emmy Sunshine was amazing. A huge thank you to Bootsy Collins and Patty. We are going to be and congratulations to the winners again. First place grand prize winner Marcia Dickinson. Congratulations! I can't even imagine. It's just such an awesome grand prize package. Beth Sagvold second place, Cami Mattingly third, Jacqueline Hughes fourth, Susie Queen fifth, and Carrie Chadbourne sixth place. Be sure everybody send me your address so I can send you something. And if you donated over $50, please also send me your address as well, because I do want to send you guys something as a thank you, because I know that money's not hard to come by. And what I'm going to send you is nowhere near $50. Maybe worth a couple, but I just want to make sure that I send you a thank you and to say how much I appreciate you guys doing that. And I know that that's not something I have to do, but I want to do because I want to make sure that you guys are taken care of, and to show my appreciation for you guys really coming up to bat. And there were so many people up there who donated so much money and had so many entries in that mix that I don't know how it did not pick your name. I can't process how someone donates $200, which means that they're in there 40 times and they're not in there at all. It's the wheel doesn't choose them. It's just crazy to me, but the wheel's the wheel, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure the wheel was up there for everybody to see. Anyways, thank you guys for everything. Congratulations to all the winners. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to continue moving forward with the album chat stuff. We're going to migrate that stuff off of SoundCloud that are, scenarios where, maybe an issue. And we'll just put it behind a wall. We'll put it behind a wall so it's not easily accessible. It's just all there is to it. Can't do it. So frustrating. So annoying. Love you guys. Seriously. Mary Jane, I'm with you. I really believe Emmy Sunshine will go far. We are about to see this girl explode, and it was an honor to have her on the show so early in her career. And I'm sure that's going to be a video that is going to be cherished in years to come for sure. Good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Funkatopia Live. We have been at it for a good 2.5 hours. So I appreciate it. Build the wall and they will come. Thank you, Mary Jane. Good night, everybody. Here it is, Forever in My Life, the early vocal run through from the 2020 remaster of the Sign of the Times Super Deluxe Edition that's coming out this month. Everybody ready? Here it is. Check it out. Good night, everyone. Thank you guys all. I appreciate everything. I'm signing out. Jaden starts school tomorrow in person. They've been doing digital. But Jaden starts school tomorrow, so I got to walk her to school because the school is like right next to where we are. So I got to get to bed because I got to get up early because I got to get them ready for school. Not fun. So thank you guys, everybody. Neon, thank you so much. I know your name was in there so many times. So many people's names were in there so many times. Again, if you donated over $50, please make sure that you get your name to me, your name and address to me. I want to make sure I send you something, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys. For reals. For reals, though. Good night, everyone. Take care. See you later. Yes, end broadcast. Yes, end the broadcast.